with this Cub Cadet XT2 Enduro. It's got the Fastattach blades on it, made by LE Systems. This system is supposed to save you a ton of time being able to remove and replace your blades in no time whatsoever without any tools. I'm going to show you everything there is to know about this and show you why this may or may not be a good idea for you depending on your situation. If you like the video as we go on, please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. This deck is Cub Cadet's fabricated commercial deck. It is a better deck than a lot of the other MTD stuff, and it doesn't tend to bend or warp like some of the other stuff that they make. I'll take this deck belt off real quick. Just roll it off out of the way, and we can take just the 2 pins in the back and the one in the front out, and that'll allow us to remove the deck completely. I have always liked the simplicity of these decks. In order to get them off, one pin there. One of the first things you'll notice as you get to this is this funny looking blade holder here. There's no bolts holding it on. There's no nuts holding it on like there normally would be on a deck. What they expect you to do here is they expect you to push this whole thing in and turn it in order to get the blade detached. There's a couple different problems with that. Number one being this collar here always has a grass buildup on it, if not dirt and mud and everything else. And it can't push in order to release. It's supposed to push in, and this whole thing's just supposed to twist so you can get that blade off. It does not work like that because of all this buildup. They tell you to use a stiff nylon brush to clean all this off, or use the deck wash system to get it all freed up. That does not work like it's supposed to at all. If you look, this collar should push all the way back. And there I actually got this one to push back with a little bit of force. Once that pushes all the way back, the blade easily turns. When I say easily, I mean not so easily. Turns, and then it comes off. Straight up and out. You've always got a bunch of stuff in there. This whole piece is all part of your blade adapter. There's a lot of play there as you put it back on, as these blades are there. I don't prefer the system like this. I think it was easier just with a regular bolt or a nut controlling it. But if you're having issues, I'm going to show you how to get that to actually release. It's harder to do from the bottom, but it can be done. If we're looking at this one here that will not release all the way, I can't push it down all the way, what you're going to want to pay attention to is what's right here around this collar where that's trying to push up in. It's that grass buildup that is the issue. Again, they say a nylon brush, otherwise run the deck wash system in order to get this soft enough that you're able to push it. I don't like that because then that gets stuck back behind also. You can use a wire brush, that is fine. It's not going to hurt anything. I don't recommend a nylon wire brush. That doesn't seem to do anything at all. But if you get a wire brush and brush all that off, that is going to solve your problem and allow you to release it. Wire brush. Now be aware that these are supposed to be tool free. Again, if you've got to clean it extensively like this before you're releasing your blades, it kind of takes away the need for a tool free system. Most people would say this has created a problem that nobody ever had or really needed in the first place in order to sell expensive blades. These blades are over $30 a piece. Most blades are a lot less than that. Now that I've got that all cleaned up around the edge, I don't have all of it, but the majority of it, it pushes down easily. That's all we needed to do in order to get that freed. Easy enough, but again, if you need a tool to do it, why not just leave it with a bolt or a nut to begin with? That's the real question. I just needed to get these off to sharpen them. And yeah, it's a process of doing that. Got one last one here. Let's see if this one, no, not nearly lucky enough just to get it to come right off of there, unfortunately. Clean up right along that collar. Now it pushes all the way in. I still didn't have it quite cleaned enough because it's wanting to get stuck real good, but it is far enough that it will twist off like it should. I'm going to clean this up the rest of the way and blow all this out, make sure that there's no grass left over up under there. That way next time it should be a little bit easier anyway. At least it won't be completely stuck. As soon as you get anything under this collar at the back on that top side, this thing is never going to come off. It's never going to be able to release like that. One other thing I'll show you that I don't really like about these is that when they're on here, look how much play you have in that blade. When you're having that much play, that's got to give you a less than quality cut, in my opinion. When you're hitting anything heavy, it's going to cut uneven. I mean, that's probably a 1/4 inch at that outside edge that it's actually able to move up and down either way. Good amount. It's way too much for what a blade should be. That's how it should work, and that was pretty easy once I had it completely cleaned off. I'm going to sharpen these and put this back together. Well, everyone, based on what you just saw, do you think that this is a system that is high quality, that's something that's going to last, and something that you should buy on a mower that's a dealer model that's more expensive? This is an SLX54 inch mower. These things are extremely pricey in recent years. Yes, this system has been out, I don't know, 7 or 8 years now. We don't see a lot of them though. I only see them 2 or 3 times a year. Do you guys see this system a lot? Is it a system you like? I have had customers ask me to switch this back to a standard spindle system, which you can do for these same mowers that don't have the Fastattach system. All you have to do is buy the 3 replacement spindles, and then you've got a nut that holds your blade on as opposed to this system again. I don't know. It's not bad in theory, but in the real world, you're never going to get a system where it's not going to have grass built and packed up in there, where it's going to work without some sort of tool to clean all that out. Flawed design, in my opinion. I would not purchase something like this myself, and I wouldn't recommend anybody do it. That, along with the price of the blades, that, you know, there's so little of these out there, nobody's making any aftermarket. In my opinion, it's a do not buy at this point. Let's go through a few things here real quick that we're going over before we finish up this video. We've got a few cool things going on right now. We've got this little Honda 50, Honda Express. It's an Urban Express 50. It was last registered in March of '86. So before I was even born, this thing was registered. Interesting. Bunch of other just standard mowers and stuff. Nothing too special there. I'll show you how we see some of these that are having issues that I've seen a bunch lately. Nice diesel John Deere, nice simplicity mowers and stuff like that. Got an interesting one with a Ferris over here. Can't figure out why the starter on it doesn't want to work at certain times and will work fine during others. Bunch of weed eaters and stuff like that. Got our loaner mower out here. It's still going strong. That's from a previous video, that 700EX. Put some new push rods in after we did some valve work on it. We've got a burrow puller out here. Electric, kind of like a golf cart type thing. It's one of the cooler ones we brought out. Just needs a chain and a battery charge as far as I can tell. A few commercial mowers. Those have been sitting here a while trying to figure out what he wants to do as far as new engines and stuff go. I kind of like this Pool and PP19A42. The front of it looks interesting anyway. It's my buddy's Ferris. It's been sitting there for a while. See what else we got. A couple of these out here just waiting to be worked on. That or miscellaneous junk. A whole sea of them all over there. And this is something that I've seen quite a bit lately. Dixons we're just about to be done with. Seems like every one I get in, you know, we fix multiple things on it, and you know, they're back for a few months and then they've got major issues again. It's just not worth the headache for me or the customer. This Dixon he brought in and said that he wanted to get it back in working order. Well, the dipstick's completely packed full of mud. I can't even check the oil in the thing. Tried to drain some oil out of the bottom down there. Nothing came out whatsoever. Probably been sitting outside for way too long, and that was before all the issues. This I've seen probably 10 times recently on these Husqvarnas. The frame is breaking right in front of the axle here. Have you guys seen this on any other units out there? Again, I've seen it I think 10 times recently, and it only seems to be on these heavier duty 48 or 54 inch Husqvarna mowers. We've got a oldie but goodie Wonder Boy here. That one I don't think is going to see another light of day. I don't think he wants to put that sort of money into it if I had to guess, but just a little bit of stuff we've got going on right now. Figured I'd take you on a quick tour, finish up this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the review on this Fastattach system and the quick tour we did of the bid. Hopefully you enjoyed this review on this Fastattach system and the quick tour we did of the building. A couple different things we see going on here often in the shop. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the content.